Hello and happy 9th week of Art in the Park to you, my intrepid and creative learners of the Upper Yakima Valley. This week we are looking at collage. This is one of my favorite techniques for making art. And I would just say that we talked about a lot of the conceptual things that you might want to think about around this topic last week when we talked about found objects. And if you want to look back and read in your book from last week, it will help you think about symbols and what happens when you put two different kinds of materials next to each other and kind of the meaning that one could create using collage. But this week, I would invite you to focus on the intuitive side of what this project is like. So hopefully before you left the table today, or when you went earlier this week to get your crafts, you picked up maybe 10 different pieces of just little bits of paper that interested you. If you didn't, that's okay. Find stuff in your world. I just wanted to give you kind of a little bit of extra in case you don't have a lot of print material at your house. But find things that inspire you. Find things that, I like this piece of paper because of its texture. It was made in a special way, and it has all the fibers in it. And it looks kind of like stars and stripes, like in the American flag, but it's black. So that kind of invites the viewer to question a little bit, or to think about it in a different way. And then, I have this piece of paper that has all this fun texture on it from, the layers of ink coming off of the paper. And it looks used and beat up in a way that I like. And here I have this little path, and I got this out of a magazine. This was from a fashion ad, but that doesn't matter. The horizon and the path, you could think of paths or journeys, or, the blue sky. So in your kit this week, you have a pair of scissors and some glue, and really, along with the background for your collage, which this week we are doing a coaster. These should really be all the things that you need to get started and make a collage. Just a quick shout out, a word of homage to our very own Janice Laverne Baker. She is a collage artist here in Tieton, and she works in the 601 building making collages almost every day. And it was her idea and wish for you to have a coaster as the background for your collage because she's really been enjoying them lately, and it feels like a nice way to have a small kind of special composition, and they make great presents. We also have drilled holes in your coaster that's nice and thick coaster, so if you want to be able to put a string on here and hang it up or wear it around your neck or whatever you like, you can do that. In your book this week, I have pictures of how I made my first collage on a coaster. And you can see that there was an image here of a woman reading, and then you can see my stars and stripes. These are basically 5 different pieces that I cut up with my scissors and decided to position and then glue down. And all the instructions on how to do that are in your book this week with lots of pictures. So you should be set. But I would love to see what your coaster looks like and encourage you to do one on both sides. I hope to be able to share a little bit more with you about the notion of layers and time. But next week we're going to be talking about time, so we can talk about layers in that context as well. I hope you really have fun with collage. Don't think about it too much. Just bring together all the pieces that you like and try moving them around on your paper in a way that feels good to you, and then start to glue them down and kind of clean up the edges when you're done. It's pretty straightforward. I will talk to you soon. Have a great week. Cheers.